I'm RIDUAN and welcome to World English News. Let's take a look at our story today. Firstly, we have a road accident at Rembau. Then we have a news about education, health, and weather. Please welcome our first reporter to story about road accident. Peace be upon you and good morning. My name is Muhammad Rindan bin Mizan and I will be accompanying you to our news today. Our story today is about road accident at Rembau. A teenage girl died while two friends were seriously injured in an accident involving two vehicles at kilometer 232.8 of North-South Highway Plus heading north near here early this morning. In the incident at 1:30 in the morning, C. Brand N, 18, whose address in Skudai, Johor, was confirmed dead at the scene, while her two friends, a 20-year-old man and 90-year-old woman, were seriously injured. Rembau District Police Chief Deputy Superintendent Anwar Bakir Abdul Salam said the accident involved a car driven by the victim and his two friends with a trailer. He said the victim was on his way from Johor to Semarang. The driver of the car is believed to have lost control and crashed into the back of a lorry that was moving in the left lane. The car the victim was riding inverted to the left of the highway and hit the side of a hill. The victim, who was sitting in the back, died due to self-head injuries, he said in a statement here today. Anwar Bakri said the victim's body was sent to Tampen Hospital for the post-mortem process, while his two friends were taken to Tunku Jaafar Seremban Hospital for treatment. The case is being investigated under Section 411 of the Road Transport Act 1987, he said. Following the incident, members from the Rembau Fire and Rescue Station DBT led by Fire Officer Abdul Hakim Awang were assigned to the scene. Let's move to our next reporter, to our next news.
Hi, I'm AIZAN bin JUNAIDDI. I will talk about current issue in education in Malaysia. The title is Quality Education, Our Latest Issue, says Sharif. Petaling Jaya, quality education is Malaysia's biggest issue, said a former top civil servant, Tan Sri Muhammad Sharif Qasim, the co-founder of G25, the group of 25 ex-senior civil servants, said there was no issue with quantity education, as Malaysia already had a favorable teacher-to-pupil ratio that is among the best in the world. The quality needs improvement. The weakness is also in school discipline. In remote areas, teacher absenteeism is rampant. Some teachers bring their agenda on race and religion into the classroom. Muhammad Sharif said parents also wanted more teaching hours in primary schools for English, mathematics and science, just like in Chinese schools, so their children are better qualified for the job market. There are also complaints that the primary school curriculum spends too much time on religion for Malay students. During religious classes, the Malay and non-Malays have to be physically separated. As religion takes up a lot of teaching hours, there is not enough time for English language lessons. English proficiency also comes from extracurricular activities like concerts and debating classes. Teachers have no time for these character building activities, said Muhammad Sharif. He added that it is for these reasons that although parents today are economically better off, many middle-income families do not feel it because the money is spent on their children's private tuition. Some sacrifice everything by sending them to private schools. Alternatively, if they cannot afford it, they send their children to Chinese vernacular schools instead. Muhammad Sharif urged the government to reform national schools to make them the first choice for parents. He said Malaysia has all the physical facilities and teachers, but what is lacking is the political courage to empower the local district education office and headmasters to carry out the education ministry's policy of making schools truly multicultural to attract all races to study under the roof. By making national schools the first choice for parents, Chinese school enrollment will all and private schools will lose their glamour, he said. A recent report in World English News quoted some stakeholders as saying that despite numerous reforms and policy changes, the education system may be heading for failure. Parent Action Group for Education page President Datin Azma Abdurrahim said it was frustrating to see the top administration responsible for the nation's education system not realizing their shortcomings. They have failed to see what they are missing, and therefore any changes or reforms that are done are superficial and do not solve the bigger problem, said Azima, a former secondary school teacher who provided his name only as Ashley, said changes in the education system were mainly in the syllabus, but teachers were not given the right tools to educate students. I hope the Education Ministry realizes that whatever it is doing is not working and requires an in-depth relook. A good result on paper is like giving students false hope. When they go out into the real world or to other countries for further studies, then they might realize where they stand, he added. Muhammad Sharif urged the government to reform national schools to make them the first choice for parents. That's all from me, thank you. Next, I will leave it to ZAMIR to explain the current health issue. Thank you.
Thanks to AIZAN for the explanation about education just now. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, 2 years struggle against the COVID-19 pandemic shows how Malaysians of many race and religion are united in the spirit of the Malaysian family to overcome the challenge, said Director General of Health Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah. According to him, Malaysians, including Ministry of Health staff, show the true meaning behind this year's National Month, Team Strong Together, when the country was tested by the global pandemic. Even in early 2020, when the first infection started here. To the ministry staff and health officers and other volunteers, no matter where you are, do your best sincerely and thank you all. Our nation, heroes and heroines who faithfully carry out your duties as frontline, and also those who support us behind the scenes in the fight against the COVID-19 epidemic, he said. In conjunction with National Day 2022, Dr. Nur Hisham advised the public to continue wearing face masks in crowded areas, although it is no longer mandatory in open areas, to reduce the risk of infection in place where it is difficult to maintain physical distancing. That's all from me, ZAMIR ZUKEFLI, about healthy issue. Next up, we go to TAUFIK WAHAB for weather news.
Good morning viewers, welcome to the weather forecast today. I am TAUFIK as the presenter. Now, let's see how the weather in Malaysia is like. We are starting from the northern area in Malaysia, is Perlis, Kedah and Pulau Pinang. The wind blows hot and cool, so the possibility of rain will come. Don't go anywhere without your umbrella, and the temperature reach 22 Celsius centigrade, so be careful. Well, next to the eastern areas in Malaysia, there is Kelantan, Terengganu and Pahang. It rains all day long, so please prepare your thick, your clothes and raincoats. The thunderstorm will come or wind will occur at the day because the temperature will be higher than to 22 Celsius centigrade. Well, we next to the western areas in Malaysia. That is Perak, Selangor and Malacca. It's a little bit hot but cloudy, and there is no possibility of rain, but it's a bit windy and there is an possibility of rain because the temperature reach 24 Celsius centigrade. Well, next to the last area, this is the south area in Malaysia. That is Negeri Sembilan and Johor Bahru. It's a little bit cloudy and there is any possibility of rain. Then it's gonna be sunny in the afternoon because the temperature reach 25 Celsius degrees only. Okay, that is the weather forecast today. Be careful whatever you are and be careful with whatever you do because bad luck does spell. I'm TAUFIK. Thank you and good morning.